at the New Testament, Galatians chapter 5. Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. If you go on snapping at one another and tearing one another to pieces, take care, you'll be eaten up by each other. So war and strife and confusion only brings the same thing. Quarreling and quarreling and quarreling. Instead, I tell you, be guided by the Spirit, and you will no longer yield to self-indulgence. Be guided by the Spirit. So when we think of life, Galatians chapter 5, Galatians chapter 5 verse 16, tomorrow we will look at the rest. 16 teaches us how we ought to live. Do not go tearing and pulling down each other, but rather discuss, enter into a dialogue, enter into a conversation instead of quarreling, because what does quarreling and all that bring? Nothing good. Galatians chapter 5 verses 16 and following. Instead, I tell you, be guided by the Spirit, and you will no longer yield to self-indulgence. The desires of self-indulgence are always in opposition to the Spirit, and the desires of the Spirit are in opposition to self-indulgence. So we have that kind of conflict always festering in our life. They are opposite, one against the other. That is how you are prevented from doing the things that you want to do. Right? So it tells us how we should not live, and tomorrow, please God, we will talk about how we should live.